Make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
Here, bronsexuals. You fool!
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
All right. While you were away,
okay,
this happened.
Push the button. Football freaks, gridiron geeks.
bottoms up.
Oh boy. Well, that game sucked. Dr. K, I'm sorry.
Oh, hell no!
Snowman, I'm sorry.
Well, that game sucked.
Oh,
Now get out my face, you thirsty bitches.
I've got to say that's one of the best intros I've created. The man, no myth, all legend, A Pizzle himself, Alex Putnam, the man in charge of the Pain and Game Pick'ems every Wednesday night, is with us. And as soon as I pushed the button and started his intro, he just leaned back and started laughing.
Well, yeah, because you said while you were away, this happened. You sound like I died or something. What the heck? So here we are.
Here we are.
Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen.
Happy Friday to you, my friend. How you doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right. Getting ready for the preseason. First game is tonight against Washington.
Dolphins and Redskins. Oh, I'm sorry. I must be.
No, you're right. It's the Redskins.
Dolphins and Redskins.
That's right.
I had someone ask me who watches my show or watches our show, and thank you for doing so. Why do you always say Redskins? Can't you say Commanders? I can. I just choose not to.
That's right.
And we started talking. He says, well, why? I said, well, when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s, they were the Washington Redskins.
Mm-hmm.
just the same as they were the Cleveland Indians. And he was getting the point. He says, oh, it's a politically correct thing with you. Yes, and I am not politically correct. I'm old and I'm old school. And he starts laughing.
Did the Commanders win a Super Bowl? No, they did not.
But the Redskins did.
The moment I meet a Commanders fan, I'll start calling them Commanders. I have still yet to meet a Commanders fan. I know a bunch of Redskins fans. I do not know a single fan who calls them by who says the Commanders. I don't know.
I know a ton.
Anyone who uses that term.
I know a ton of Redskins fans, and they all tell me the same thing. They hate the name change. They absolutely hate the name change. Same with the folks in Cleveland that get to us. I said, do you call them the Guardians on your show? No. Thank you. I mean, y'all have seen it when I do White Sox play-by-play and I do Central Division updates. I don't call them the Guardians. I call them the Cleveland Indians.
Damn right.
No, because Wild Thing Vaughn pitched for the Indians.
For the Indians, exactly. Jack Morris, one of my favorite pitchers and a Hall of Fame pitcher, pitched for the Indians. All right? Dennis Martinez. El Presidente. He pitched a couple of years for the Cleveland Indians.
Kenny Lofton, outfielder for
Kenny Lofton.
Cleveland Indians.
Manny Ramirez, right fielder, Cleveland Indians.
Just about this. There is no movie called Major League that had the Cleveland Guardians.
No. And never will be. You get that cast back together, they're strapping on Indians jerseys. And that's that. To the north, as we continue our north conversation, and I got a request from somebody yesterday while I was out and about, because I told him this was going to be the show today.
Okay.
Y'all are gonna laugh.
Uh-oh.
Especially you, Victor, because you started this ish.
Oh no.
This person, and I gotta use this. This person looked me in the eyes and said to me, quote,
"Whoa.
You need to talk about the best quarterback in the division." Victor, shut up. Which is Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams.
Number one quarterback.
Close quote.
The number one quarterback in the
So to get
division
even,
with Jared Goff, Kyler Murray, and Jordan Love.
Well,
so to get even with him, just a moment. When he said that to me, I detected a bit of a smirk on his face. So to get even, I put my arm around him and I said, Caleb Williams, shut your mouth.
Okay.
He walked out laughing.
So let's break this down. All right. First and foremost, I know that was a joke, but
yes,
it kind of worked.
Doesn't it work all the time?
Yeah. And let's be honest, Deeds, no one cares about Kyler Murray. No
right?
one.
That's the whole point.
Nobody.
That's the whole point that I just said. None of those quarterbacks mean anything. So being the best quarterback in a division where the quarterbacking is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean that's like saying the Dallas Cowboys have the best quarterback in the NFC East. Guess newsflash, the quarterbacking in the NFC East sucks. So to be the best quarterback in the NFC East means nothing.
Means nothing. It's same with the central. Same with the Central Division.
Are you saying that Jalen Hurts sucks? Wasn't he a Super Bowl champion?
Okay, he was a Super Bowl champion who had an entire half of football where he threw for 0 yards.
Yes.
0. He had a donut for an entire half of football.
Against the Buccaneers. Against the Buccaneers.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about.
I mean, at least when Mac Jones faced the Buffalo Bills in 21 and they did nothing exclusively but run the football, he did attempt 3 passes, but they were over the course of the game.
Right.
Jalen Hurts in a half.
In a half.
A donut.
The entire half of football had zero
passing
yards.
yards.
Everything you need to know
It does.
about how that team views their quarterback. They
But
view their quarterback as, don't let this guy throw the ball.
I will say this. I don't think Jared Goff is bad. I think Jared Goff has
no.
I think he's shown something, and he has a lot of potential. His coach needs to learn to stop gambling. That's definitely something that needs to happen. But I don't see him as being a sucky quarterback.
No, Goff has been there and done that. Hell, Goff has reached a Super Bowl. Okay, Goff has reached a Super Bowl. Had to run into the evil empire,
right,
in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And let me share.
The sad thing about the NFC North is the only team that has a wide receiver worth throwing the ball to has a quarterback that's busy trying to kill people in Call of Duty.
There you go.
This is what's crazy. Like the Detroit Lions. Amon-Ra St. Brown is great at getting open. He's great at like the small, but he's not a guy. He's not a guy on 3rd and 13 that you can go, hey, I'm gonna throw the ball up to this guy one-on-one, and he's gonna come down with it. Like Amon-Ra St. Brown has to beat his guy off the line of scrimmage, beat him on a route, and be there. You can't put it up to him and go, hey, I'm going to throw it in the back. I'm going to throw it in the back corner of the end zone, and my guy's coming and my guy's coming down with it. Amon-Ra's not that guy.
So you're saying he's not a go up and get it. He's not a go up and get it receiver.
The Bears don't have that guy. Rome Odunze might be that guy, but we don't see him because he's never on the field.
Yeah, because everyone. And why is that, Snowman?
The Packers don't have that guy. Their best receiver's Matthew Golden, and again, same kind of thing. He's a burner. He's not a guy who you can say, hey, all right, we got a one-on-one corner. I'm just throwing the ball up, and he's going to win it. We don't know if he's going to win it. Now, he's got to burn the guy by 10 yards.
Right. Now, Snowman, why is it that we didn't see Rome Odunze on the field? Why is that?
Because he's injured all the time.
Not just injured. You know why, Snowman.
Just a minute. I gotta load up what I need here.
Yeah, but that guy's not there anymore. So
but in this situation,
we don't have to worry about DJ Moore. He's not there anymore.
But in this situation, it fits. In this situation, doggone it, where'd it go?
But it doesn't fit. Like it totally doesn't. That totally doesn't fit because when DJ Moore and Rome Odunze were on the same team and were on the field together, Rome Odunze was the number one target. We all knew
when.
Yes.
I don't remember
when they played games together last year. You saw Rome Odunze was the one, and DJ Moore was the afterthought. And then
he's right.
Rome got hurt. DJ had to step in, and Rome never got better.
I'll have to relook at that. I don't remember a single game where they went to.
There were Victor. There were a couple games. There were a couple games where DJ was the main target, and yes, just to get the joke out of the way, why was Rome Odunze not the number one target? Like I said, getting the joke out of the way because the Bears risked mortgage, blown up, and thrown away their entire future. Say it with me for DJ Moore. And it's now and DJ Moore is now Buffalo's problem.
But now there's a chance that we can see more. And yeah, Rome's got to stay healthy. My personal thing to look at for this season is really, can Colston Loveland do it again?
Which brings me to the point I've made with Victor all summer. can Caleb Williams do it again?
Right.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing with the entire Bears organization that they're going with right now. It was, and this we've seen this in the NFL. We've seen
it before
numerous times. We've seen it. We've seen it a number of times where a team has been bad for a long time. The Bears have been bad for a long time.
Yes. Oh
yeah.
They have a good bounce back season last year. We need to see if it carries over or if that was a blip on the screen. Like,
let me tell you,
last year an anomaly, or does it carry over? And you know, I don't have the numbers. I'll say it. Probably 30% of the time, it carries over. Most of the time, it reverts back to the median.
Yep.
That's most of the time.
We'll have to see.
Well, two eras in Bears football that I can tell you about. The 80s, of course, with Mike Ditka. They were bad for the first couple of years with Mike Ditka. Then came 1984, where they made it all the way to the NFC Championship, and then they got shut out. So what do they do the next year? They win the Super Bowl and beat up the Patriots. What do they do in 1986? Win the division, and then got punked by the Washington Redskins.
Well, here's
1980.
Go ahead.
I'm just throwing a little history out there. 1987, same thing. They get punked once again at home by the Washington Redskins. And then 88, they get punked by San Francisco. 89, they get punked altogether. And then the decline happened. And then
you don't need history. You don't need history for this. You can just look at the division. Look at the other teams in the division. The Detroit Lions had a great season, went all the way to the NFC Championship game.
1991.
Last 2 years ago.
Oh, 2023. 2023.
The Detroit Lions were a Dan Campbell brain fart away from a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's how close they were. And everybody said, oh, they were so close. They were so close. They're going to come back. They're going to come back. They're going to be even better. And what happened last year? It completely collapsed.
I got to do this. I got to do this for Pizzle. Dan Campbell didn't just have a brain fart. Dan Campbell had a brain fart two times. And both of those times, no, one was in the third quarter, one was in the fourth quarter. Beg your pardon. That one in the third quarter was the game.
I will say this. The thing with the Lions is I saw the turnaround for the Lions, I would say 3 years ago. And it was during the Thanksgiving game where Swift was actually carving up for large chunks of yardage. And I said they're doing what we have been begging
them to do.
Not just the Bears, not the entire division.
The entire division.
The doggone football. And everyone wanted to be pass. And I'm like, you don't have Jim McMahon anymore. You don't have Brett Favre anymore. You don't even have Dante Culpepper anymore. You need to run the football.
Speaking of running the football, who's going to run the football for the Minnesota Vikings?
By committee?
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones. Who in the blue hell is Aaron Jones?
Do you have a guess?
I'm kidding.
Murray.
But the problem is with Minnesota, and I was just getting to that. They have a running game, but they also have Kyler Murray.
I mean,
who will run the ball? Who will run the ball for the Minnesota Vikings?
Paul Allen.
Allen's drinking bill.
How high? Matter of fact, let's play over under. And I'll start at $1 million. How high will Paul Allen's drinking bill get?
Yes.
Higher or lower than that?
Over.
Yes.
Over.
He said, hey, look, I love Pizzle's answer. Yes. Just yes.
It's
true.
Do y'all think? And PA, we're kidding with you about this. Do y'all think he drinks more at home games or on the road?
Hernandez, fair enough. Airbud could run for the Minnesota Vikings. He could run.
Oh, it's gonna be at home. Of course it's gonna be at home because he's got because he'll have the cabinet right there. If you're on the road, you got to purchase it. You got to purchase it. When he gets in, you got to purchase it somewhere. Come on, he's got to bring that in. At least at home, he'll have at home games. He can load it up and be ready to go.
Right, that's true. That's true.
But they didn't have one at TCF Bank Stadium.
Nope.
They didn't have one at TT. They did have one at TCF.
I remember a friend asked me, "Do you think that during the offseason, Kyler Murray just connects the big screen with his Xbox and plays Call of Duty on it?"
Shut up.
Yes. If you can do it on the big screen, that's amazing. Inside the
do you know how big those monitors are at US Bank Stadium?
Mm-hmm.
You know how big those I've seen them in person. They're like 4 or 5 times the size of the ones in the Metrodome.
Okay, so here's a question.
But every team in this division has a major flaw. Every team is flawed. So
it's the same. It's the same flaw.
Who can hide their flaw the longest?
Right.
That's what it's going to come down to.
Let me turn this over. Let me turn this over to Dietz, since he made a very true point that every team in the division has a flaw. Okay. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to start at the top. Biggest flaw with the Chicago Bears.
Biggest flaw is their defense.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Especially their secondary.
Their defense.
Yeah. They get burned. They get burned all the time.
Their defense is, as Deeps would say, consistently inconsistent. There were games where they shut down the other side and even got a lot of takeaways. And then there's the defense that looks like the Bears' offensive line from 3 years ago.
Swiss cheese.
That can't stop a cold breeze.
Can't stop anything. Biggest flaw with the Minnesota Vikings.
Kyler Murray.
Quarterback.
Every answer for Minnesota is Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
It doesn't matter what it doesn't matter what the question is.
Right.
Okay. Biggest flaw with the Detroit Lions.
Coaching.
Their head coach.
Injuries.
Gambling.
There you go. They have a gambling problem. Let's go gambling.
Oh, dang it.
Gamble.
They have just for this one, they have the proverbial right-handed kicker. They don't even know. They don't even know what foot their kicker uses because they don't use a kicker.
They don't use them, right?
They don't use a kicker. They don't use a punter. Like Detroit Lions, punt the football
twice.
Okay.
That's the point.
He got me twice on that line. He got me twice.
At some point.
So if y'all don't know, the right-handed kicker was a blooper of mine during the show live when I didn't get any sleep the night before. Only Dietz would keep that one and use that against me.
You gotta hold that. You gotta hold that one out. But
you got to. I'll hold that. Look,
that's what the Lions you don't have to go for it on 4th down every time. You don't have pick and choose your spots.
Right.
You were good at it when you were like everybody was like, holy cow, they're gonna go for it. Like this is crazy. Now it's 4th down and everybody's like, oh, it's the Lions. They're going for it. And they're ready. They're ready for it. Like everybody's prepared. Like if you punt the ball, they're going to be like, "Holy cow! They actually punted it."
It's not even that. It's not even that. It's like, okay, when you first saw the Lions do it, it's like, okay, it's 4th down, 4th and 2. You're at the goal line. It's about maybe 15 seconds on the clock. All right, that makes sense. But you're going for it on 4th and 7.
In your own territory.
In the first quarter.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You have plenty of time. Put the ball, pin them in their own territory, and trust your defense.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of the biggest mistakes. It's one of the biggest mistakes, especially in broadcasting.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the biggest mistakes. Everybody says, "Oh, they're going for it on fourth down. They trust their defense." No.
No,
if you
they
go
don't.
for it on fourth down, you
don't trust your defense.
You go
right.
for it on fourth down,
don't trust your defense.
You don't
I've
trust that
never
your defense is
understood
going to make a stop.
I've never understood why people say that. You trust your offense if you're going for it on fourth
If you're going for it on 4th and 7.
punting it and pinning them back, you're trusting.
Then you trust your defense to get a stop it. Then you trust your defense to not only get a stop but get your offense the ball back.
Yes.
So they can try again. Last but not least, before we go to break, biggest flaw with the Green Bay Packers.
Jordan Love.
Not this year. Well, this year it's going to be figuring out who runs the football.
That too.
So they have two big flaws.
I mean,
three. One, Jordan
we
Love.
We got to see what happens with Josh Jacobs. Like
Victor
Jacobs,
says,
and that's not on the field. If Josh Jacobs is able to play, then the Packers have no problem. But if he's suspended,
never mind.
If he's suspended
That's a big
for
problem.
things that he's done off the field,
oops,
they're in big trouble.
They're in trouble. Listen, I'll go ahead and say it, and I know a lot of Packer fans, including the great Tom Grossi, but they're in trouble. They're in trouble anyway. Who's their quarterback?
It's over. I mean, for Pizzle just said Jordan Love, but Jordan Love can't play defense. Jordan Love got them a 21 point. They had a 21 point lead at halftime in a playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brandon McManus happened.
And they lost it.
And then Brandon McManus happened.
Against the same, and it was against the same team.
Wait
a minute.
He still gave up those points.
But it's against the same team in the same venue in the regular season. They had a 21-3 lead against the Bears. 21-3. I went to bed. Shouldn't have done that.
This is rude. Packers' biggest flaw is Micah Parsons' health. That's messed up.
That's also a point.
That's also a point. The thing that should have been like their biggest like triumph.
The biggest flaw,
next to nothing because he was hurt.
The biggest flaw. I'll tell you what. The biggest flaw for the Packers is going to be the biggest flaw for the Cowboys, and it begins with quarter number 6.
Quarter number 6.
In which Dietz and Victor will be on the call for that.
Yep.
So if y'all don't hear me on that Sunday night football game, you know why. We got a break. When we come back, Chris Dietz takes over for hour 2, and we go inside the SEC and maybe a couple other conferences as time permits. Hour 2 after this on Snowman in the Morning.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm sorry, what are these things called?
Spices?
Spices, thank you. My brain went bleh.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the morning.
You know you got a winner when you play that clip for your bride, and after she stops laughing, she says, "Perfect, keep it." I told her the whole crew now does that, and she starts laughing, and then she also says, "We got a hit. We got to make a few more of those." 11:02 is your time. We owe you an ID. This is Snowman in the Morning.
You're listening to WQVZ, 1700 AM Mission Radio.
Broadcasting live in your region, across our nation, and around the world. This is Snowman Multimedia.
I'm on Alarm Island.
It's really, in the end, basically a skill issue.
Who told this lie? We need to see it.
It's really, in the end, basically a skill issue.
I am cute.
Give me them cocks! Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
I told you I did half of these at 2 o'clock in the morning when I couldn't sleep.
It's
all right.
Twice.
Twice.
Sorry,
Two times. Because I tried to go when I was making these IDs. Like I said, I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Then I tried to go to sleep. Didn't work. I came back in here and completed it. That one I know I did with my eyes closed because Jen's in there 4 times instead of just the 3 that I planned. Ditch is here. It's time for hour 2, and I know he's been here with us already, but I got to play this again.
Passionate.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Unflinching.
Let's go back to losing. Parking was easier.
Unrelenting.
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight.
Totally.
This one has a chance.
Deeds.
That's not just a murmur, that's a full-blown fibrillation.
I know Deeds has been itching to get to this. The playmaker interrupted our talk on Monday, and I mean that playfully, talking SEC. Now we're going to get Deeds' side of things. All right, Deeds, tell me what you got.
Yes. Where do you want to start with the SEC? Predictions, games. What do we got?
Games. Start with some games.
I mean, there are way too many, but opening night.
Clemson, LSU.
Lane Kiffin.
Oh!
Lane Kiffin and LSU.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Dabo Sweeney.
And the Clemson
Tigers. We have the Tigers and Tigers Oh my!
Tigers.
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? The Tigers. I'll beat you to that. I'll beat you to that one, Deets, because you did it last year.
I'll take the Tigers.
Hey, Tigers. Oh my!
But now
the SEC. That's the first.
That is the quintessential first game of the year to watch, because you have Dabo and Clemson, you have all that going on, but you have Lane Kiffin starts his era at LSU. He brings in Sam Leavitt. He brings in all these cast of characters that have come to LSU, and they got to hit the ground running.
But do they?
Good question.
I
think if Lane Kiffin, one thing Lane Kiffin knows how to do is offense.
Yeah.
And the one thing LSU has that a lot of people don't have is offense. They have a lot of offense. And the missing gem at LSU, just remember the name, Caden Durham. Caden Durham was their leading rusher last year. He'll be their third rusher this year.
Third?
Yeah. They've brought in 2 stud transfer running backs.
And
he is going to be fresh when he gets the ball. And that is scary. That is
so who are the two studs that they brought in as their first 2 runners?
They brought in a kid from Texas, Texas, North Texas or something. But yeah, Caden Durham is not even listed on their he's not even listed as on their running back in their running back room. And he's there. Like, I know he's there. He is their third option at running back. And he's one of the best running backs in the league. So, like I said, when he gets the ball, he's going to have fresh legs rather than touching the ball 25, 26 times. He's going to get it 8 or 9, and they're going to count.
So what will be the thing for LSU to get them over the hump and not only to the SEC championship, but through it?
The game of the century. Right? It's can they beat Alabama?
True.
And where is it this year?
That's what it's going to come down. It's going to come down to can they beat Alabama?
Is it in Tuscaloosa?
And that game it's in Death Valley.
It's in Death Valley. Okay. I know I'm putting the headset on for Clemson LSU on the 5th of September. I know I'm doing that one. You know, we both know a lot. We all know a lot of Clemson fans and LSU fans. Lane Kiffin's the main story. Yes, before anybody asks, that's on my schedule. I will put the headset on for that. After the first week of my CDL permit class, I would want to do some football when I get home.
I mean, I did the LSU Clemson game last year, and
it drew a big audience.
And it came down to a 4th and 3 from the 11-yard line. If it's like that again, I mean, it can't ask for anything better on opening day.
You can't.
True.
But
you can't.
I mean, the SEC is loaded with everything. I mean, Texas versus Ohio State, obviously going to be a big one.
Okay.
Last year, Texas
Ohio
had to go into the horseshoe.
Yep.
This year, Ohio State's got to come down to Austin.
Come down to Austin. If that's a night game, then I have a toss-up.
Well, it's week 2.
It's week 2. Okay, so I'm clear there.
It's not opening week. It's not the opener this year. It's second game.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'm trying to keep updated with so many games. My wife is helping me manage my schedule. God bless you, Dr. K. And want to be sure I get the right one on the right weekend. What other big ones you get? Is that the biggest Clemson LSU, is that the game for week 1 in the SEC?
That is the game. That is the game. That is the game for college football week 1. In my opinion.
That's all I need to hear.
I mean, there's a lot of games on 9-5, but that one, that one just has everything. It just has everything, and at the end of it, we're gonna know so much more. We're gonna learn about Clemson. We're gonna learn about LSU, and we're gonna know, does Lane Kiffin have it or not?
Yeah. Yep. All right. And you told me the game for week 2, which is Ohio State at Texas.
You can pretty much go every single week with just pick out the SEC game, and it's going to be the game of the week. I mean, you've got the week after that, you've got Georgia, Oklahoma. You've got week after that, Georgia, Alabama, Georgia, Florida.
Yep.
You've got Ole Miss versus Oklahoma. I mean, every single game is going to be big for all of these teams.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, it is
Oklahoma, Georgia. Wait a minute. Oklahoma, Georgia.
Sooners and Dogs.
That's between the hedges.
Yeah.
They better not make that an afternoon game.
Sooners versus
Can
Dogs.
y'all imagine that being a night game? And the Dogs come out.
I would imagine that's going to be a night game.
That's got to be a night game.
And the Dogs come out in their black uniforms.
And the dog is calling the game.
The dog will ride shot.
You heard that.
You heard that correctly.
I'm sorry, I've been dealing with something else here behind the scenes. I'm sorry, what?
You riding shotgun with old Snowman as we do Oklahoma, Georgia between the hedges.
Okay.
That's what.
He's like, okay.
Well, you could do that. You could have Dog do that game, or you could have Dog do the other game,
which
in the
is
SEC that weekend, which is Alabama hosting Dog's favorite, South Carolina.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
Live from Alarm Island.
I'm gonna come down to Connecticut. I'm gonna pimp slap you, and then I'm gonna buy you a beer. Shut up about that shit.
I'm gonna pimp slap. He said he's gonna pimp slap him and then buy him a beer.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
If y'all ever make it to the Chicago area, I'm buying everybody a beer, and then I'm stuffing everybody full of Giordano's pizza.
Hey,
done.
But we're talking about we're talking about games, and we're talking about a lot of this stuff. The SEC. The thing about the SEC that's funny is no one is talking about the champs from last year.
Yeah.
No one is talking about Georgia. No one is talking about Gunnar Stockton.
You know
Gunnar
why?
Stockton is not on everybody's list of possible Heisman Trophy winners.
He's on mine.
It's wild. This
on-
guy can do
because
it all.
he just
Go back and watch that Tennessee game from last Tennessee last year when it was a shoot. Everybody thought, the Dogs are going to come in and it's going to be, a low scoring affair.
A low scoring game. Yep.
52 to.
And it was 44. It was 40. The final. Pizzle looked this up for me. I think it was 44-41. And remember, Georgia trailed by double digits twice in that game.
Who were they
at
playing?
Neyland Stadium. Dogs in Tennessee, Neyland Stadium.
Let's see, that was 2025 last year. Yep.
40, and it was overtime.
Gutter
stock touchdown in overtime, won it for the Dogs.
Yes, it did.
44-41, almost 1,000 yards of offense in that game, and everybody, like Deet said, was saying this is going to be a low scoring game. I had some people calling me saying, "Is that going to be a low score?" Nope.
No, it is not.
I said, in the history of Georgia and Tennessee, for the most part, it has always been a high scoring game. And I also backed it up with, do not be surprised if it's a 50-point game. If they face each other this year, I will say the same thing. Do not be surprised if it's a 50-point game. Matter of fact, the lowest scoring game in this series in the last couple of years was Sanford Stadium when it was 27-21 Georgia.
Right.
That was the lowest score. That's the lowest scoring game. So do you expect it to be low scoring going out to Knoxville? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
Anymore. Not anymore.
Not anymore, no.
Not the way it was last year, but the good thing for Georgia is they don't have to see Tennessee unless they meet in the SEC championship.
Unless it's the SEC championship. Got to go to a break.
They get to avoid that headache, but
yeah. But the whole conference is a headache. Just a moment, Deets. Got to go to a break really quick. When we come back, more of the SEC games of the year. Which are your games of the year? And we're picking who will win the SEC in Atlanta. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Two times.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
Gerald Jones has no brains. His football acumen is the same capacity as Gun Run's moral capacity.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning. This is Snowman in the Morning.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you total football talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. No, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
Gerald Jones has no brains. His football acumen is the same capacity as Gun Run's moral capacity.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
I pulled that one off.
I don't even pulled that one off either.
I couldn't even tell you how I found that picture of Gun Run, and all of a sudden he's in that bump back. 24 after the hour. I had to take an extended break because I thought my body was okay coming out the first time, and then my stomach said,
"Are you kidding me?"
So your stomach drank like Paul Allen.
Yes. You can't, folks. If for those of you who know, went through cancer surgery, had a few of my organs removed. and I'm still learning how my body is post cancer and post surgery.
I want to ask Dean Damian's question. What rivalry is more intriguing to you, LSU versus Clemson or LSU versus Ole Miss because of the Lane Kiffin situation?
Ole Miss.
Well,
Ole Miss.
First, it's always going to be Ole Miss because Clemson LSU is a big game, but it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
Mm-hmm.
It really doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
I mean, both teams have conference games. Anytime you have a conference game, that is way more important than anything. But it's also you get the Lane Kiffin effect. Also, it's LSU Ole Miss. They hate each other no matter what.
Is that one in Oxford? Is
That
that one in the Grove? Or is that at Del Valle?
That game is at Ole Miss.
Oh, so it's in the Grove. Oh boy.
Yep. Lane Kiffin gets to go back.
Lane Kiffin gets to go back to Ole Miss, and he's going to get booed lustily.
Oh my God! If you guys thought that LeBron's first game back in Cleveland after the Miami decision was bad, I wouldn't be surprised if Lane Kiffin comes into that stadium and gets
Vaughn Hemingway State. I believe I remember this to be correct. Vaughn Hemingway Stadium, I think that's the name of it at Ole Miss, is going to go upside down when Lane Kiffin walks in that stadium. Everybody is going to have.
That's the joy. That's the joy.
Yeah, it is.
That's the joy that is Lane Kiffin. This ain't the first time he's going back to somewhere
right
that hates him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, this guy anytime this guy shows up anywhere, everyone hates him. So
let me use the dogs.
Like this is no different. This is for him. This is a Tuesday.
Right.
Let me use
everyone hates me.
Let me use the dogs. Let me use the dogs joke for that. For that game, how many times will Lane Kiffin be booed lustily? Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets pelted with garbage like the NWO back in '96 at the beach.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
You know how much garbage was flying in the ring?
Yes, I watched it.
Yeah, it was great. It's one of the greatest. It's the greatest moment in wrestling.
Yes, it was. It revolutionized wrestling.
It sure did.
It changed wrestling forever.
The night the NWO was born. Bruce Marmy is with us saying, "Hi, Snowman and Faithful. Will my knucklehead Jets put Klubnik in the game tonight? Hope you feel better." Yes.
They have to.
They got no choice.
Fourth round pick. Kind of have to.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, he's not going to be a play. He's not going to play on. He's not going to play this year, so they're going to put him in because it's a preseason game. And he'll probably get the bulk of the snaps tonight.
Mm-hmm. Would not be surprised. All right, back to the SEC. For you, Deets, who does it come down to get over the hump, and get to the SEC championship?
I said it last year. I'll say it again. To be the champs, you must unseat the champs. The dogs are
the champs.
The dogs are the champs. I'm rolling with the dogs until someone shows me that they're able to step up and beat them.
Same. What have they won now? 3 of the last 4 SEC titles? Or
yeah, the only one they lost.
The only one they lost.
The only one they didn't win. They lost to Alabama in the SEC championship game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's 3 out of 4 for Georgia. I expect them to make it 4 out of 5. Who will be the victim of Georgia Bulldogs?
That's where you're gonna get a lot of hair pulling, a lot of everybody just shuffling the cards around.
A lot of hair pulling. behind the referee's back, a lot of foots in the throat behind the referee's back, and yes, I'm using a lot of wrestling references here.
But again, let's stand with the test of time. I mean, a lot of people are going to be picking Texas. We know why, because Arch Manning.
Yep.
A lot of people are going to be picking LSU because I just mentioned they brought in so many people. They brought in Lane Kiffin. They brought in Sam Leavitt. They brought in all these guys, all these transfer guys. That's propped up LSU. Ole Miss, we saw what they did in the college football playoff last year. Going as far as nobody expected them to go as far as they did. We saw Texas A&M get into the college football playoff last year. We saw Oklahoma get in. So all of those teams are in the mix. And the one team that nobody's talking about is the Crimson Tide.
Is Alabama.
Roll Tide. And why? Because everybody's last view. This is why it's so important. Like the last view of Alabama was getting boat raced by Indiana.
Yep.
And everybody's basically saying, "Oh, Alabama. Where's Alabama? Where'd Alabama go? Oh, Alabama's still here."
Alabama's still here.
They never left.
Nope, they never left. They never left. I tell you, it was funny when I did that game, Alabama and Indiana. You know what time I got up to do that game? 3:50 p.m. Eastern time.
Ooh.
I was supposed to check in here at 12:30 for all of my game prep and all of my game setup. Fortunately, my wife reminded me I already did my setup, and she says, "I want you to get plenty of rest before you hop on the air." So I came in at 10 minutes to 4, flipped everything on, and I was ready to go. And then the avalanche started. My wife came in here at halftime, looked at the score, looked at me. She says, "You're not making this up, are you?" Nope. But I agree with Dietz. I think it's going to be Georgia, Alabama for the SEC title. Pizzle, what say you?
As much as I would love to have my Vols in it, it's probably not going to happen this year. I'm thinking, as much as I want to say another team or other teams, it's probably going to be Georgia, Alabama again.
Yeah, that's what I think. Victor, what say you?
If you're looking for dark horse candidates, meaning teams outside of the handful I mentioned that were college football they were playoff teams last year. If you're looking for a team that's on the turnaround, watch out for that other team in Alabama.
Auburn.
The Auburn Tigers.
Auburn.
Brought in new head coach from South Florida. Brought in Byron Brown, the quarterback from South Florida.
Yeah.
And if anybody remembers that the early part of last year, South Florida was rolling.
Yep. South Florida beat Florida at the gun.
Beat Florida and they beat Miami. they beat them both.
In the same year.
But so they've got a lot that they can build on if they can get off to a good start, get things rolling. Auburn could be a team that you're looking at, from outside of all the teams. But man, that's what makes the SEC so good is the SEC is every single week is going to be a dogfight.
It is. Either in conference or out of conference, which Damian posed this question, and Dietz, I want you to give your thoughts on this first. Speaking of the SEC, what are you guys' thoughts on other conferences wanting to follow them and leave the NCAA? Dietz, I go to you first with that.
I think the SEC could do it. I don't think other conferences could pull it off. I think the SEC is the only. The Big Ten is getting to the point where they can. I don't think the Big Ten is there yet.
Right.
I like we've always talked about with the Big Ten. The Big Ten is so top heavy that it tricks you into thinking, oh, they can handle it. They can't. The SEC is so muddled together, but they're muddled together 1 through 50.
Mm-hmm.
There's no team outside of the top 60. The SEC has all 16 teams within the top 60 in college football.
60. Mm-hmm.
Like you don't have, and I mean, even their brush over, like that's what Vanderbilt was there for. Vanderbilt was there to be that. All right, we got a breath of air in our schedule, and now Vanderbilt
is competitive.
Vanderbilt is one of the teams you look at, and they're on your schedule, and you're like, oh crap, we got to play Vanderbilt.
Yeah. Vanderbilt is not that fresh of air, that breath of fresh air anymore.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
in the SEC
there's
schedule.
no break in that schedule. But the SEC could pull away and they could do fine. I don't think other conferences if they could, if other conferences could pull it off, they would. That's how it would be. The only reason they stay in the NCAA, the only reason teams stay within conferences is because they know the money's there.
Yep.
And they know if they go out on their own, they can't get it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it comes down to.
Let me talk to Pizzle for a minute. Pizzle, give us a few thoughts on the upcoming season for your Volunteers.
Well, it's going to be an interesting one. We don't have Aguilar anymore because he is, I believe he's in the league, or it might be fighting for a spot on a roster somewhere in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be interesting because we are definitely a dark horse. Definitely going to be one of the dark horse candidates in the SEC. But if you're looking for a game to circle on our calendar, that will be week number 4 against Texas.
Yeah.
That's going to be a crazy game.
Reason being?
It's the first time they faced each other since 1969.
Oh, wow.
It's Arch Manning coming to Tennessee.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be a crazy game.
Yeah.
And I'll be there in person to see it.
You gonna be there?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll be there live and living color to see that.
There will be videos and blogs everywhere, folks.
The game to watch for Tennessee. The game to watch, which will, as Pizzle said, Texas. That's the game.
That's
but
the game of the season.
If you want to know what this Tennessee team is going to be, week 2 at Georgia Tech.
Yes.
That will tell us, is Tennessee going to have an off year or are they going to compete?
Are they going to compete? Yeah.
So that's the game. That's the game to me that you gotta keep your eye on that game and see how they play in that game, because it's the second game of the year. It'll give us a good look at them, but it's also a measuring stick of can they even compete in the SEC?
Exactly.
So
we'll see.
Georgia Tech.
No
but
hands
as
king.
it always does with Tennessee, but look, Josh Heupel's going to have that offense going.
Yep.
He's going to have the offense fine. They're going to do that. The crazy, Josh Heupel air it out, run and shoot. I forget what they call it, but it's just going to be up and go. The question about Tennessee, as it always is, can they stop somebody? Can they stop somebody when it counts?
When it counts.
When you need a stop, can the defense get the other team off the field?
And I go back to the Georgia game at Neyland Stadium. Second half, Tennessee couldn't stop anything.
Right.
Georgia got rolling and kept rolling. Matter of fact, as I mentioned, In that game, Georgia trailed by double figures 3 times. In that game, 3 times.
That's pretty good.
And Georgia wiped out the deficit every time. And then they trailed in overtime by a field goal and got the game-winning touchdown to walk it off. That game flipped so fast because you thought at the start of the game, when Tennessee got cooking, you thought, okay, Tennessee's going to run away with this game. Gunnar Stockton said, no, you don't. And brought them back in the game. The key is, like you said, Georgia got the stop when they needed. Even though Tennessee gets a field goal in overtime, that's a stop.
Mm-hmm.
That's a stop. If you can get the other team to kick a field goal instead of them getting 6 points in overtime, that's a stop. Georgia took advantage and walked it off.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Georgia took advantage and walked it off. All right, let's go through what is the biggest game for each team. We talked about Tennessee's biggest game. Deed says week 2 at Georgia. Is it at Georgia Tech?
At Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech.
So it's in Atlanta. It'll be interesting how both of those teams do. And to repeat Deeds' point, Josh Heupel's going to have that offense moving. He's going to have that offense going. Can the defense get a stop at a key time? That's the trick.
I believe so.
That's going to be
that's going to be the conundrum all year long is can they stop whoever they're playing?
Yep.
They stop them from scoring.
Let's take a look at Georgia's schedule. Get out of here. They will open with Tennessee State at Sanford Stadium, then Western Kentucky, and then they go to Arkansas. And all three of those are afternoon games. They get Tennessee State at 3 p.m., Western Kentucky at 12:45, and then the Razorbacks at high noon. Oklahoma on September 26th is a toss-up between being a 3:30 game or an 8 o'clock game, and they're waiting to schedule that.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I believe, the first visit for OU to the Hedges. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. And then Vanderbilt comes in next.
I hope that's a night game.
No, it won't be.
No, I'm talking about Oklahoma and Georgia.
Okay. I hope it's a night game also. I hope that's a night game. Vanderbilt is an afternoon game because it's Vanderbilt. Yes, Vanderbilt, it is you. And then the one that I got a ton of requests to do, and I might honor it in Tuscaloosa at Alabama, which I think will determine not only the regular season SEC title, but who's the top seed, who's the home team. Top seed, geez. Who's the home team in the SEC tournament? SEC championship. Jeez Louise. This is what happens when I fall asleep at 3 o'clock in the morning and the lights turn out. Then they host Auburn. But shut up, Pizzle. They host Auburn. Then they host Auburn at Sanford Stadium. Week before Halloween, they get the week off. And Deets, before you or Pizzle say anything, yes, I'm doing the world's largest outdoor cocktail party, which this year is in Atlanta. I said cocktail party.
I know.
You punk. You punk. And I know exactly why you did that. You punk.
From last month.
By the way, they're not gonna decide on that. They're not gonna decide on the Georgia Oklahoma game. They're not gonna decide on that till the week before.
Right. That's why a lot of these games that have 2 times listed on them, they're gonna wait until that week.
Well, because it's going to come down to what happens the week before,
right?
Because the week before that is LSU Ole Miss, and if LSU gets through Clemson, gets through Ole Miss, and then they have to go. No, they get Texas A&M at home. If they're undefeated, LSU A&M is going to be the night game.
Yeah. Auburn's going to be an afternoon game. Alabama is definitely going to be a night game, and they're waiting to announce who will have that game. We know it's going to be on. It's okay if it's on ESPN. It's 6 o'clock. I'm talking about Georgia, Alabama. If it's 8 o'clock, it's on ABC. Okay. If it's 8 o'clock, it's on. If it's 8 o'clock, that's the primetime game. That's on ABC.
Oh yeah, Georgia, Alabama. I'm sure they have that. I'm sure they have that already rung up. Georgia, Alabama is going to be.
I'm thinking Georgia, Alabama is going to be the ABC game at 8 o'clock. I think that's going to be the 8 o'clock game
easily.
And like I said before, anybody asks, especially Victor and especially the dog, yes, for the first time in 3 years, I will do the world's largest outdoor cocktail party in Atlanta. I tried to do it. It's for this reason. Alltel Stadium is getting blown to smithereens and repaired. They're making a lot of upgrades on Alltel Stadium in Jacksonville.
Okay, that's a choice. That's a choice to have it in Atlanta.
Why? I don't know why. I don't know why they put it in Atlanta. When I originally got word of the game, I said, okay, I've already written the script out for that, the scene setter, live from Jacksonville.
Put that itch in Orlando.
Yes, I agree. Keep it in Florida. Yep.
Yes.
Now you got it now you basically have it in Georgia's backyard.
Exactly. That is a recipe for disaster. If you're a Florida fan.
Yep. You have it in Georgia's backyard. Then they're at Ole Miss, which I think is going to be, I think every game except for Auburn, Florida, Arkansas, Western Kentucky, Tennessee State, and the SEC championship. I think every single game in between Arkansas and the SEC title game is going to be a night game for Georgia.
Yep.
The only exception could be Oklahoma for the reasons that Dietz mentioned before. The only exception could be Oklahoma because I don't think they'll waste Alabama. They'll waste Georgia, Alabama on an ESPN game at 6 o'clock.
The Florida game won't be at night.
No.
The Florida game will be in the afternoon.
Florida's 3:30. Florida's already confirmed. Yeah. It's 3:30 on ABC. That's ABC's early game.
Because that's always the cocktail party is always in.
Yeah, it's always afternoon game. It's always an afternoon game. Gina's with us. Says happy blessed Friday to you and your co-host per usual. Just sending love and support to y'all, Miss Jody and family. Thank you, Gina, very much. Who's schedule? Y'all want to look at? Let's look at Ole Miss's schedule. Let's take a look at Ole Miss.
I mean, if we have to.
I'm doing this for fun.
I know.
Before we go any further, Pizzle. My White Sox and your Braves have one game left to do, and I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do that one.
Okay.
Listen for the name Brayton Montgomery.
Okay. Brayton Montgomery.
I'm saying this now. I need to close the show. And boss, I sent a picture on Facebook. Okay, I'll take a look. Ole Miss starts with Louisville. Oh God.
Oh.
At Nissan. At Nissan Stadium. Yeesh.
Start with Louisville.
That's all right, Louisville. So they go. Say start with Louisville at the Nissan Stadium. Host Charlotte, host LSU, and Ole Miss LSU is indeed a night game.
Okay.
They already confirmed that. At 7:30 on ABC. And these, before you even open your mouth, yes, I'm putting a headset on for it.
They've got two tough games. Almost.
Mm-hmm.
In Austin,
mm-hmm.
and in Norman, Oklahoma. Those are their two. Every other game they have is at home. LSU's at home.
Yep.
Georgia's at home.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn's at home. They get the Egg Bowl at home to end the year.
They get the egg. Why do they call that the egg? I never had a chance to research that. Why do they call that the Egg Bowl? Why?
The trophy's an egg. I've always been.
Oh,
that'll do it.
That's the only thing I know about it. I have no idea.
Bruce Marmy says, "Okay, friends, it must be about my dallies. May the Almighty bless you and keep you." Thank you, Bruce. And he used my signature. Out.
There you go.
All right.
And what's the toughest game? What is the toughest game for Mississippi Deets this year? I want to get everybody. Let me start with Pizzle. Pizzle, what do you think is the toughest game for Ole Miss this year?
Ole Miss schedule. Let me see here real quick. I think it has to be LSU.
Yeah, it's definitely that LSU. It's definitely LSU with
LSU
with everything everything surrounding it.
Right.
Makes it amplifies it that much more.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But it's also early enough in the season where it can swing. It can swing things where if they win, it can catapult them up. Mm-hmm. Where if they lose, with all the emotions in that game, it could be catastrophic.
Let's take a look at Texas for a moment while we're in the SEC. They get Texas State to open it, and then week 2 happens. At Memorial, I wish I could sit next to Craig Way, who is the longtime radio voice of the University of Texas. And he took over after my good friend Bill Schoenig retired from University of Texas to take over the Spurs radio job.
Yep.
Okay. So they get top-ranked Ohio State in Texas. Matter of fact, their first 3 are in Texas. Texas State, Ohio State, and UTSA. And then they go to the checkerboards.
Tennessee.
They go to the checkerboards.
And then they go back to the state of Texas for the state fair.
For the state fair. For the Red River game. For the Red River game.
It says they're playing that game in Dallas, though.
That's where the Cotton Bowl is.
That's where the Cotton Bowl is.
Cotton Bowl's in Dallas. Cotton Bowl is in Dallas.
Yep.
As long as it's outside.
I've done the last 2. I'm going to make it 3 in a row. I'm going to make it 3 in a row and make sure I do that one. Then they host Florida and they host Ole Miss. Uh-oh. They host Ole Miss. I did not make this schedule up.
Did Roger Goodell make it up?
Shut up.
In an alternate universe.
No, dude.
He might have made their schedule. I mean, Texas.
Hold on. What did you say, dog? Just a moment.
They avoid Alabama. They avoid Georgia.
Yep. Until they somehow make it to Atlanta.
With the schedule.
Dog, what did you say?
Some 15-year-old playing CFB 27 made the schedule. Get it right.
Maybe.
Hey, they might have paid EA Sports to get it.
Nah, man, that means they'd have to pay the Saudis who took over EA. Come on now.
True.
Yeah, Texas paid. They paid for it.
Oh God. So they get Ole Miss, Mississippi State, both at DKR. Then they go to Missouri, and that game should scare Texas. And I'll tell you why. Missouri can somewhat be counted on to catch somebody off guard in the SEC. They've done it in the Big 8 for many years, then in the Big 12 for many more years. But I might circle that one because I want to see how Texas does, especially after seeing Oklahoma, Tennessee, Florida, Ole Miss, and Ohio State in that stretch. I want to see how they do against Missouri. Then they go to LSU, host Arkansas. They go to Texas A&M, where the biggest bonfire in the world will take place. Then, of course, the SEC championship in Atlanta.
Yeah, their biggest game is going to be that one at Kyle Field,
Texas A&M.
In front of the thousands of people that are there, in front of the 12th man.
Mm-hmm. In front of 100,000 plus at Kyle Field. Now then,
and the millions watching around the world.
And more, thank you. Now,
Texas is going to come down to that second game. We need to see if last year, and everybody said, "Oh, the hype for Arch Manning, the hype for Arch Manning."
Mm-hmm.
We saw him play. We saw him last year. Last year,
Yes.
he was awful in that game.
Yep.
And we need to see, was that Arch his first start and first start jitters, or was it who Arch Manning is? Because there's a lot of people out there that, oh, I saw Arch Manning play last year and he's not the number one pick and he shouldn't be the number one pick and all this stuff. None of that's going to matter if Arch Manning goes out and puts up 300 on. None of last year is going to matter if Arch Manning has a bounce back season this year.
Right.
If he has the same year he did last year, then everybody's going to be vindicated and say,
right,
all right, yeah, Arch is not Peyton, he's not Eli, he's Arch, and that's a different story. But right now, we need to see where Arch is on the spectrum.
So look at, then we go to hour 3. UTEP for Oklahoma opens their season. Then they go to Michigan.
Ooh. That's gonna be
in Ann Arbor before the largest crowd that will ever fill up a stadium, and that's high noon Eastern time, which means that may be 3 of them for me on that Saturday. We'll see. Then they host New Mexico, and then they go to Georgia. Yeesh.
Oof.
They get a week off, and then they see Texas in the Cotton Bowl. Then they get Kentucky, and for the same reason I want to see how Missouri fares against Texas, I want to see how Oklahoma fares against Kentucky, because Kentucky can be one of those kind of teams that will sneak up on you. They've done it
and sock you in the mouth,
and they'll sneak up on you and sock you in the mouth and kick you in the ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'll be at Norman. Then they get Mississippi State at Davis Wade in Starksville. And then they get the Dogs' favorite team, South Carolina, at home.
Damn it.
You said it.
Damn it.
And they go to Florida. They host Ole Miss, host Texas A&M, and they go to Missouri. And that may be a turn point game for me as far as Oklahoma goes. One more schedule, and yes, I'm going to do it. Let's go to Alarm Island.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You said it, man.
Sir, are a troll.
Shut up, Victor. All right. Kent State opens their season. Then they host the Towson Tigers. And then the fun starts. They host Mississippi State. So they get 3 in a row at home, does South Carolina. Then the Alarm Island really happens when they have to go to Alabama. Then they host Kentucky. They go to Florida. And then
F Kentucky.
For the shut up. Shut up. And then just for the fun of it, they host Pizzle's Volunteers. Then they go to Oklahoma. They host Texas A&M. And then Arm Island goes to Arkansas.
Ooh.
Well, the Volunteers mess around and for some reason hire Mike McDaniel just to make Pizzle happy.
No, he's in LA with Harbaugh.
Yeah, he's with the Chargers.
He's in LA. He's LA
with
Harbaugh.
No, say it right.
Here's the crazy thing about South Carolina. South Carolina could have the top 2 picks in the NFL draft next year.
Really?
Playing on their team this year.
Okay.
Sellers and
Lenore Sellers
and Dylan Stewart.
Oh.
And here's the thing. They could both be on the field and they could still miss a bowl game.
Yes.
With that schedule, they could still miss a bowl. They could still miss a bowl game and have the 2 best players in college football.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because I don't see South Carolina having double-digit wins this season off of that schedule.
They could lose. They could easily lose 7 games.
Easily.
I see 4 or 5 easy losses and a couple of 50-50 games.
Who are the 50-50 games?
Tennessee, I think, could be 50-50, and I think Arkansas will be 50-50.
I think those two they have to flip. They have to flip one of them.
Yeah, they do.
Yep.
And I will say this.
I think it'd be better for them to flip Tennessee because Arkansas, as late season as it is, that could get a little
ugly.
too dicey.
That could get. And then the next week, they host Georgia, and that's going to get ugly fast.
Georgia's going to dog walk their ass. What the hell are you talking about?
That's going to get ugly very, very fast.
Georgia's going to sink my island. What the hell are you talking about?
And it's going to be which Clemson team shows up for that final game.
For the final game of the year. The Battle of South Carolina. And it's at Death Valley in Clemson. And this is after and this is after Georgia puts a foot in South Carolina's ass.
If South Carolina ends up ranked at all during this season, I'd be surprised.
We'll see. That's a look at Alarm Island, aka South Carolina's schedule. We will take a break. When we come back,
just roll with it. Why fight this joke? Just roll with it.
That's right.
You started it.
You did.
Damn it.
Just own it.
Hello, honey.
Well, Pizzle, we all know it's going to end up being on my gravestone when I'm dead.
Oh!
It's a break time because he got to go make me some tea.
Oh!
Hour 3 with Allison Moran and God only knows what the hell else we've got.
And Alarm Island back in the deuce.
That too.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough
for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
Gerald Jones has no brains. His football acumen is the same capacity as Gun Run's moral capacity.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Shout out to Genevieve Bioso.
You, sir, are a troll.
Use a troll.
Troll!
Use a troll.
Troll!
Use a troll. I said that use a troll.
La, shut up.
What did I do? How'd I troll?
I don't know.
Shut up.
You're taking too long.
What'd I say? What'd I say?
I'm going to sock you in the mouth. Not mouth. Mouth.
Mouth.
MOUF. Mouth. Hour 3. We owe you an ID. This is Snowman in the Morning.
You're listening to WQVZ, 1700 AM Mission Radio.
Broadcasting live in your region, across our nation, and around the world, this is Snowman Multimedia.
To all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters.
Well, that game sucked.
I am cute.
The is that?
You tripping. Who told this lie? Shut up.
Gerald Jones has no brains. His football acumen is the same capacity as Gun Run's moral capacity.
Gerald. Oh, waiting on Allison Moran to come in. And boy, we got a couple of doozies for you when she gets here. And I'm probably not going to say much.
Before she does, real quick, who's your guys' pick for the Heisman?
I ain't got one.
I don't either.
Deets,
you got one?
I'm going with Gunner.
Gunner Stockton.
I'm going with Gunner Stockton. If Georgia wins the SEC, it's going to be because of Gunner.
Okay.
No, I can't argue with that. Pizzle, who's yours?
Dante Moore.
No.
Dante Moore.
No. And no.
Is that the one that Errol Marks keeps talking about?
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
Dante Moore. The one Errol Marks. Errol Marks called him a B. You know what?
He called him a bitch. He called him exactly that.
I was trying to be nice to the network.
I was too.
I'll throw a wild card out there.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I got a wild card too. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Josh Hoover, Indiana.
Nah,
they go back to
he doesn't have he can put up the best numbers.
Mm-hmm.
He just does he doesn't have he won't have the hype.
Right. Right.
I mean, Fernando Mendoza did it last year, but Indiana would have to go. Indiana would have to run the table again.
Yep.
And
win the Big Ten title.
I mean,
at the very least.
There's no
guarantee.
They can't lose the game. They can't lose a single game.
Right.
Again.
No, especially when they host NU.
They'd have to go wire to wire 2 years in a
wire to
row.
wire. And me and Jody are going to have a little playful fight for that game.
Okay.
Indiana Northwestern. Me being from Northwestern, she a 2-time graduate of Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Best moment with her. I did the Big Ten championship between Indiana and Ohio State.
Yes, you did.
I yelled out loud, Indiana has won the Big Ten championship. And then this pretty lady behind me screams, "What the hell?"
Right.
What the hell?
Okay. I will find that clip and bring it in. But yeah, that happened live on the air because a couple of my friends called me and they said, "Did your wife say what the hell after you announced Indiana won the Big Ten championship?"
What the hell?
I'm sitting there dying. I said, "Yes, that was my wife who said that."
Awesome.
Dante Moore.
But the other thing about Indiana is, I mean, they have one game. It's going to come down to that one game against Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't have anybody else on the schedule. You look at Georgia. Georgia's got to go through Alabama,
Texas.
I mean,
Ole Miss.
if Gunner Stockton balls out in all those games, he's going to have a leg up just for the fact that it was against Texas and Alabama.
Texas and Alabama. You're right. Unfortunately, Allie cannot be here today. She's got to take some. Just got a message. Boyfriend's daughter just called. Got to take him to the ER. Bleeding badly. So, Allie, take care of family.
Absolutely,
all right.
Family first.
I want Deets to open up a can of whoop ass on the Cabal and an article that you forwarded to me and to Allie. So, Deets, I'm just going to lean back in this chair.
Yeah, me too, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
You will in about 30 seconds. And I'm going to give him the floor. Take it away.
All right. So we have talked about this for pretty much months on end now. And I have always said, and it has always been contested, but I have always said the WNBA is run by the cabal within the WNBA leadership.
Yep.
And that was confirmed this week when a emergency task force was formed. And the literal title of the article is WNBA forms emergency task force to deal with issues. And you could have just changed that to the cabal has a meeting.
And I will read the opening sentence. I will read the opening sentence of this article.
The opening sentence explains it perfectly.
The opening sentence of this article, and I better get this. I better get this up here. Yeah, give me this camera. The opening sentence of said article reads as follows. Quote.
Whoa.
A WNBA task force of team presidents and general managers met Wednesday and discussed transgender athletes, but did not arrive at any eligibility rules, according to a statement sent to ESPN by a league spokesperson. Close quote. Deeds?
What do you notice that's missing there? All the names of everybody involved.
Yep.
That's how you know they don't want people to know who was making that decision. They don't want team presidents and general managers. They want everybody to be able to say, no, I wasn't part of that. No, I wasn't. I wasn't this. That was other people. That was this. That was that. I want to know. I want names. I want the names of everybody who was in that meeting. Because that's what we're dealing with. That's the cabal that's at the top. Is those people, presidents, general managers, and owners of WNBA teams. That's the cabal. Mm-hmm. That's the cabal I'm talking about. Those are the movers and shakers within the WNBA. Those are the people we need to know. We need to know who they are because they're making decisions.
Mm-hmm.
They're making the decisions on who they're going to push, what they're going to do, how they're going to call the game, how they're going to focus the game. Those are all those people. Those people are the ones. Those are the people we need to know. We need to know who they are. Because if they're just a shadow figure, they can basically do whatever they want and get away with it. Now, that being said, that's the cabal, and this is an absolute travesty.
Mm-hmm.
These people, whoever they had that was involved in this, let me just say this. They are spineless. They are gutless. And on top of it, there's no other way to put this. So YouTube, Twitch, you can say whatever you want about this, but I'll just say it. They're retarded. That is the dumbest statement I have ever heard. And not only did they say we didn't come to terms of who gets to play in our league, not only were they non-committal about that, but the second paragraph of that article reads that they acted upon this not because they want to figure it out, not because they want to have clarity of what their league is.
Right.
They responded to this. Why? Because online hatred, and they're scared of online people. And
oh no.
Are you serious? Are you a serious league?
Oh no.
You're more worried about online trolls, online perception than caring for the people in your league and saying, this is who our league is for.
Let me read this. Let me read the full statement that tosses everything out of the window and everything onto the table about, as Deet said before, who they're going to push and why. And then I'm going to take the floor here. It reads, quote, today's meeting covered a wide range of topics, including ongoing discussions on transgender athletes and the continued hate and vitriol directed at players online. I will force myself to continue. We will continue to engage all league stakeholders in the coming weeks and months. We will approach these important conversations thoughtfully and in alignment with the values of our league. There is no immediate... I'm going to read this again. There are no immediate eligibility matters affecting the WNBA, and we strongly denounce the bad faith efforts to use these topics to demean or marginalize others. Close quote.
You cannot make this up.
You really can't.
You could not write a worse response to what is going on. There are no. You just had a week. You just had a week where not one, two former NBA players applied to be part of the WNBA.
Yep.
Two of them did it. And they said, and they go back to that comment. There are no issues at the moment. What are you talking about? This is the only issue at the moment. It's right smack in front of you. Now, Snowman, before you go off, let me just say this. For everything I've just said about, and we know the cabal and whatever, but if someone were to get in there, if someone were to get in the WNBA and just kick everybody out, like I've said, fire everybody, and they need a new spokesperson. Let me give you my pitch right here. All right, here we go. I come to the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for showing up. We just had a meeting, and I just want to say to Enes Kanter and the other guy, I forget his name, I don't care. You guys are retarded. You're idiots. Shut the hell up. You're not joining our league. Shut up. Go away. You are not. Our league is for women.
Women.
It is a women's basketball league, and you are not being part of it because you two are destroying what we're trying to build. We are better than you are. You are not part of our league. Get out. Go away. We don't like you. You're idiots. Leave us alone. That's all you have to say. All you have to say is these people, Enes Kanter, and I forget the other guy's name. It's Byron something. You guys are idiots. Anyone who thinks they can be a part of the league, you guys are idiots. We're not dealing with you. That's all that needed to be said. All that needed to be said. I cannot deal with a league that says there are no issues when the issue is staring you right in the face. And it's plastered. And then like we've been talking about, it's plastered all over. It was front and center on First Take. It was front and center on your main network was talking about it. And they don't even have the balls to tell Enes Kanter he's retarded if he thinks he's going to play in the WNBA. And anybody who entertains, he should have a chance. No, he should not. And there should be a dead set rule. This was exactly the thing is they can't come out against this. They have painted themselves into a corner where if they come out and say anything like I just said, Sophie Cunningham looks like a genius.
Yep.
Because this is exactly what she said. This is what she said I'm against. I want this league to be for women.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she said. And everybody turned it into, she doesn't want transfer. No, she doesn't want men playing in the WNBA. She wants a women's space to be for women.
Yes.
And that's fine. That is okay. It's okay to have women's spaces. It's okay for people to do that. This league is they are just trying. They're trying every which way to destroy themselves. And what are we going to do when the heads of the league can't even come to terms with this? They can't even figure out what they're supposed to be about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any stake in this. I don't have any stake in it. I don't care what the WNBA does. But I can tell you from an outside point of view, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Just come out and say, our league is for women. That's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to stay. End of story. End of story. End of discussion. Where do we go wrong?
All right. Give me this camera. I have been a fan of the W for all 30 years, and I have watched since their inception. I never, ever thought, ever, and I mean it from the bottom of my very soul, I never thought that I would even whisper these words, let alone say them aloud. Am I going to leave the door open? Yeah, I will. I will. Because I love women's sports. I've covered them for 30 years. But as far as covering the WNBA goes, with all this strife going on behind it, and I'm not blind to it, I see it every day. People think, well, people think that just because I haven't been on the air with the W that I'm not privy to what's going on behind the scenes. Wrong. I am very privy to what's going on behind the scenes. We discuss it here. It seems like every single dadgum week for the past year, if not longer. But to see that the league has not had a representative come out and say, look, Enes Kanter, you cannot play for this league. This is for strictly women, period. To say they are not, Damian, shut up. They are not making fun of the situation. They are dead ass serious. They are dead ass serious. It's a travesty. It's a crime. And it's a slap in the face to the women who are playing in the league right now. Good, bad, or indifferent. It's a slap in the face to them. They work so hard to get into the WNBA. And yet, you have people like Enes Kanter and some other former player that in their way of making fun of the league, as Damian Hernandez would say, we're declaring for the 2027 WNBA draft. Why are they doing that? Because there's no rule in the doggone book that says they can't. That's why they're doing this. That's exactly why they're doing this. And to think that the WNBA has not come out and made this correction at all, problem.
It's not only that there's no rule. It's not only that there's no rule.
And
it's that there's no one there that has the balls to come out and say what I just said, Enes Kanter, you're an idiot. And if it's a joke, even if it's, oh, they were just joking or they were just kidding, it's not a joke. It's not a joke that people can't come, because people have entertained this thought. People are now entertaining it as this could be a possibility. And you need somebody to come out and say, this is dumb. We're not doing it. This is our league is strictly for women, and that's how it's going to stay. And that's what we're going to preserve. We have, and Snowman brought up this is disrespectful to the people in the league. This is so disrespectful to the 30-year history of this league, to all the people who have played in this league, to all the people who have coached in this league, to all the people who have been a part of this league and getting it to where it is right now. And you have people that cannot even state what the league stands for.
And they won't come out and state it either.
And they won't do it. Why? You read the quote. They won't do it. Why? Because they're scared of people online.
Yep.
They're scared of online people. And this is wild, because this just exposes why this league, we talk about it all the time, 30 years of this league, and they have not made a profit one time.
They have not made a dime.
Why not? Why have they not done it? Because this league is run by idiots.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to get out of their own way. Get out of your own way and just come out and state what's going on. Well, an example, there was a VTuber earlier this week who came out and said, and I know we're on Twitch, so I know I got to be like careful about how I say this, but there was a VTuber that said, boys can't get periods. And a company that was doing their merchandise said that was hate speech and dropped them.
What?
So you want to know what happened? You want to know what happened? They made a big deal about this. They made a big deal about this is intolerant speech, and the company, we're not going to stand for it. You want to know what happened? That company, everybody who got orders from that company for that VTuber canceled their orders. They're not going to do business with them ever again. And you want to know what happened? That VTuber went from a couple hundred subscribers to over 7,000 subscribers in like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So just look at what's happening. You have a small group of people who care about, who are dead set on men can be women and all of this. That is a small number. The larger number is in the people who say, we don't care about this. We don't care what you say you are. We don't care what you think. We care about what reality is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is all proven. If they just come out and be honest and say, we have a league, it's a women's basketball league, and it's going to stay a women's basketball league. And we're going to do our best to keep it a women's basketball league. If you come out and say that publicly, I guarantee people will rally to your cause. If you are non-committal the way they're saying, oh, it's not an issue, it's not a big deal.
Right.
If you don't think this is a big deal, you got another thing coming. This is going to hit you like a freight train.
And the freight train's coming.
And again, they are late to the party. They're going to be late to the party, and when they decide to act, it's going to be too late. And they're not going to be able to reverse what's going on. That's what we're talking about here. But we're talking about a small group of people. Are there people that are hateful? Absolutely.
Yes.
It's the internet. The internet is the internet. It will always be the internet. You can't. It's undefeated. You cannot fight them.
No.
So you know what? If there are trolls, if there are people being dumb, what do you do? You call them dumb. You tell them they're retarded, and you move on. And you go, we're doing our thing. You can be mad at us. We're gonna do our thing, and that's how people survive.
Mm-hmm.
If you're this non-committal, we don't want to offend. We don't want to offend anybody. Then no one cares. If you don't stand for anything, no one cares about you. And that's where this league is headed to. No one caring what happens at any point in this league.
Let me mix in something here. And Dietz mentioned the online trolls. You know who some of the online trolls are? The normies who think they're covering the WNBA. And I don't know which part pisses me off more. The fact that they won't, that they don't, the fact that the league doesn't have the balls to come out and say that Enes Kanter and the other guy are dumbasses. The fact that they won't state aloud that this league is for women, period, point blank, end of story, exclamation point. Or the fact that Dietz's warning has come to fruition, that the normies now have a hold of the league. They have the hold of the alternative play-by-play, and yes, I put that in quotes, and they use it to make fun of the league, which the league deserves right now. But you got all these normies covering them, thinking they're doing something good, and they're not. I think that is what gets to me more. But given the fact that the W has done nothing about protecting their players, about protecting their product, about improving their product, because over the course of 30 years, they have not made one thin dime. They've always been subsidized by the NBA. Part of the problem is they're marketing to the wrong damn people. Part of the problem is, let me correct my sentence, they're marketing to the wrong damn audience. This league is finished.
I gotta stop you, Snowman, and I gotta point something out. And it deserves to be pointed out because Dick Diggy, you're absolutely right. They would rather sacrifice their credibility rather than be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where that's where this divide is it's not wrong. It's not wrong to tell people they're being I say this all the time. I don't care. I know how I use the word, and when people are being retarded, it is not wrong to call them retarded. It is not wrong to call them stupid. It is not wrong to say this is the dumbest thing that's ever been said. You're not getting in our league. That's not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That is stating what your league stands for.
Exactly.
And if you can't even stand for that, then what do we need? Then what do we need you for?
What are you standing for? What are you standing for?
Yeah. That was a good comment.
Excellent point. In fact, Sick Diggy makes two excellent points. Number one, the WNBA needs leadership with a backbone and courage. Yes, the WNBA needs a new PR team. First of all, they need to establish one, period. Because whoever the PR team is now has not done their job at all. Period. Point blank. End of story.
They need to get rid of all 85 of those people that they hired. All 85. When they went from 12 employees to 85, it's gotten much, much worse. Get rid of all of them and rehire 12 people that know what they're doing, that know their job, and that are
put them in the right
that are passionate about this league.
And put them in the right spots to make this league successful and profitable. They went, Deets mentioned it a couple times, from 12 employees to 85. What the hell has happened to the league since that happened?
And it's one thing if this league were making, if they were rolling in dough like they were Scrooge McDuck swimming in the money bin. Like, that's one thing. If you're making all this money, awesome. Get your money, hire people, spread the wealth. Great. But when you haven't made a dime in 30 years, you can't be adding people that are doing nothing, or even worse, hiring people that are harming your business from the inside out. They're gutting this league.
And you certainly cannot talk expansion if you haven't made a dime in 30 years. Right now, there are 2 extra teams in the W right now, the Toronto Tempo and the Portland Fire. 3 more are going to be added in the next 3 years. And they haven't made a dime. They have not made 1 thin cent in 30 years. They've always, even with the presence of one Caitlin Clark, they've lost money. And by the way, I never responded to Emmanuel Acho. Give me this camera. Dear Emmanuel Acho, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. To say that Caitlin Clark has done her job, now you can usher her along. You give me this button. You stupid. Are you out of your rat picking mind?
I was gonna say, you big dummy.
No, he's more than a big dummy.
You big dummy.
You big dummy. To say what you said a couple of weeks ago, that Caitlin Clark has now gotten him to this point and she could be ushered away.
I am too old for this bullshit.
And
I ain't got no time for this bullshit.
You can't make this up. And he wasn't the only one that said that. He wasn't the only one that conveyed that point. Which brings me to someone I have not responded to in a while, and I haven't gotten a reason to.
That's a lie.
I always had a reason to. I just tried to hold my tongue. Her name is Monica McNutball.
Oh.
Accountability from Caitlin Clark, Monica McNutt. Have you seen the way they play defense against her versus Paige Beckers? Have you seen the way they play defense against her versus Olivia Miles? Monica McNutt, you need your basketball card pulled, you need your headset pulled, and you need to be sent out on the street for not knowing the game. You had a ride to a championship with the New York Knicks. Great. Fine. But you need to be removed from covering the WNBA because you don't know your stuff. And I'll stop there. We need to laugh to close things out.
Monica McNutt is it's the typical thing. Oh, we're allowed to pick on you, but you're not allowed to fight back.
Right.
And that's not how this works. That's not how it works. If you pick on somebody, guess what? They're allowed to say Caitlin Clark is allowed to say, "Oh yeah, no, all the season." Basically, everybody's been saying, "Oh, you can't." She doesn't play defense. She doesn't play offense. So when she goes out and scores 40 and 10 and has the most 40-10 games in a season ever, she's allowed to come out and say, nah. Okay? She's allowed to do that because you've been doing it to her all season. She doesn't.
They've been doing
there's
it
no
to her
such
for 3
thing
years.
as, oh, she has to be bigger than the criticism. No, she doesn't. And usually, Caitlin is bigger than the criticism because usually she doesn't talk about it. But you know what? It's finally reached that point where Caitlin's like, you know what? You guys are going to bash me no matter what I say. I might as well come out and go Stone Cold Steve Austin and lay a can of whoop ass on you.
Hell yeah.
Here's the other thing that pissed me off so much. Against the Seattle Storm at home, she dropped 45 points and 10 assists.
Damn.
Let me repeat that. Against the Seattle Storm in a 110-107 victory, she dropped 45 points and 10 assists. You know what the comments read? Oh, it was just against Seattle. Give me this mother.
When you like somebody, you'll make any excuse to put them in. If you don't, you'll find any way to keep them down.
So Caitlin Clark being the first WNBA player to drop 40 and 10 in a game ever. And you diminish it by saying it's against Seattle?
Now that's some bullshit.
Which it is. Anyway, this league can find a way, and the normies within can find a way to diminish Caitlin Clark. They do. And not only has she had it, but so have I. Again, not only has she had it, but so have I. After the Portland Fire game, I walked away because I tried my best to stay objective in covering the games, even though my team is indeed the Indiana Fever. Tried my best to stay objective. Couldn't do it anymore. Couldn't do it. Because the W is trying to, you want to know why, Damien? How about this? And learn your business. They're trying to beat up the golden goose that's trying to bring them money and sponsors and everything else on the docket. They have been afraid of Caitlin Clark since minute one, since the minute she was drafted. How do I know this? Take a look at Kathy Engelbert's face when she had Caitlin Clark next to her. You didn't think Kathy Engelbert was shaking in her boots because she was going to get bigger than the doggone league? You didn't think that the rest of the WNBA was shaking in their boots because Caitlin Clark was coming in with an old school attitude? Let's play basketball. And for her having games like this, oh, it's against Seattle. It's against a WNBA opponent, you dumbass. And she's finally gotten to a point. Hold on, Deeds. And she's finally gotten to a point where she's sticking out her tongue at you like she's 10 years old, going, nah, 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 you punk asses. She's finally gotten to the point, and here's the piece that really gets me. Deeds pointed it out a couple of times. I didn't catch it. I'm catching it now. They fire at her with all kinds of darts and spears and arrows, and the moment she starts fighting back, oh, she needs to be bigger than what's going on. Shut up! Shut the brutally bloody hell up. You guys have tried your best to take out the one person that can bring money to your league and make you turn a profit for the first time. She's been in your league 3 years, and this is her third year. And to borrow from the history of violence, my question is this. How do you that up? How do you that up? Because all you've done is it up since she's been here. All you've done is up since her first game. You lost a hell of a money last year because she wasn't in the game. You nearly lost double that. You lost double that when Indiana won the Commissioner's Cup, and you nearly lost everything else when Indiana came within 2 minutes of beating the champs in Vegas, and then a ghost foul happened, which was some bullshit. The biggest fear that Kathy Engelbert and the cabal face, especially now with them being healthy and them on a run, is Indiana winning the WNBA championship. That's their biggest fear, to have Caitlin Clark, the one player they've been trying to take out for 3 years, hoist the trophy that the league doesn't want them to have.
Take a look. You said take a look. Take a look at the balance sheets. Do you think Nike is losing do you think Nike is losing money on Caitlin Clark selling out her shoe deal?
In 2 weeks?
They're making money hand over foot.
They're making bank.
Why isn't the
The bank.
WNBA? Do you think Adidas is taking a hit because Sophie Cunningham's shoe sold out? No,
Nope.
they're making money. They're rolling in it.
They're making bank.
Why isn't the WNBA? Oh, because
Look who's
they
in charge.
don't care about these two players. They don't want these two players to be the ones that are making the money for this league. They can't be. They don't want them to be a part of it. So they'd rather. It's cutting your nose to spite your face.
Mm-hmm.
And for all the people that are out there that say, "Oh, Caitlin needs to do what Caitlin's doing."
Exactly.
Just do what you're doing, Caitlin, because Caitlin Clark is selling out her shoes. Caitlin Clark is meeting and greeting every single fan when they come. When they go to the fan expo, she's there on time and stays late to make sure she is dealing with every single fan. That's what the people are looking for. They don't care about all this other garbage that everybody seems to be worried about. You know what? People are still going to see these two. And that's why they're thriving. These two are, Sophie Cunningham and Caitlin Clark are booming business right now.
Yep.
WNBA, your league should be, you should be attaching yourself to them and having them pull you up instead of kicking them off the side and dragging down. This is what we're talking about.
Give me this camera.
Uh-oh.
I'll throw a couple of other sponsors deals that Caitlin Clark made while she was at Iowa, and the WNBA was too stupid to kowtow to them. State Farm being one, Gatorade being another. Before she walked in the league, Caitlin Clark was worth $28 million. And that's just off of Nike alone. Since her college career ended, she's gotten 4 more sponsorships, big ones. And now Sophie Cunningham is coming along for the ride. And oh, by the way, Damian Hernandez, Sophie Cunningham can play. Sophie Cunningham, unlike LeBron James, has a jump shot. And a damn good one. You know, WNBA, why don't you attach yourself to the 2 players that are the most popular in your league right now? And is bringing a team with them that's getting even more popular. The next person on that team to grab some sponsorships is going to be Aaliyah Boston. And I'm willing to bet you won't attach to her because you didn't attach to her last year when you had the referee call a ghost foul on her with less than 2 to go in regulation. And I stick with what I said before. They don't call that foul, Indiana wins the title. And I can guarantee you, having Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell raise that trophy, and don't let it be in Indianapolis.
Okay, sir, it sounds like it's wine o'clock based on what you're saying. And that's a little day, but come on, dude.
Well, there's the laughter we needed to end the show on.
There it is.
We can kill it here. Dr. K strikes again. Don't take us out of here.
Actually, to end the show, ladies and gentlemen, you haven't heard a whole lot out of me because, unfortunately, during the show, I got some news that hits me pretty personally. A friend of mine that I've known for about 20 years through the sim racing circuit someone who was well respected, someone who was well known. Unfortunately and unexpectedly passed away this week. And I just found out literally about it today. My buddy Justin Petshower, he was out in Vegas. He was one of my first rivalries I had in the sim racing world back in 2006.
Yeah.
He was one hell of a driver. He got me into the IndyCar side of the sim racing world because for the most part I was typically NASCAR sided, but I ran IndyCar with him. Even as far as like earlier this year or late last year, he tried to get me to run some endurance races with him with the IMSA Sports Car Series. So I just want to say, as hard as this has been to finally break down, Justin, I'm going to miss you, bud. You were a hell of a driver. You were beyond well respected, even by the high ups in iRacing, because they even did a feature on you back in 2016. And the community is going to miss you. And damn it, man, your friends, including me, are going to miss you even more. So, RIP JP27. I'm going to miss you, buddy.
RIP.
RIP. Have a great weekend. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. JP27 did it. We're doing it. You should too. So long, everybody. Leave it to Dr. K with a great close. As I have lunch in front of me. See you on Monday.
Don't forget, Snowman. Don't forget. Breaking news. Now that LeBron James has signed with the 76ers, the 76ers have changed their name to the 6-7s.
The 6-7s. That's foul. I'm crying foul on that one.
White Sox Tigers tonight, beginning at 6:10. Central Division hangs in the balance for the Young Guns from Chicago. Yours truly will have the call. And on that piece of breaking news, and I'm going to break Dietz's nose, we're out. See you Monday.
Till I see you again, brother.